is 229. We are in that day of 2. Today is the day of wisdom, transparency, truth, justice. 2 associated with the Mayat scales bring that balance and harmony. Keeping your heart light as a feather is definitely the key in this month on all things. And now we are on the day of 2, finding balance. 2 also deals with the Taurus house. This is the house of value and priorities, wealth, learning how to also find a balance between the materialistic and the non-physical world. Everything ain't all about stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's also the energy of beauty and love and all that fun stuff. 2 is being brought to us by the letters B, K, T. B being fire, getting things started with that action initiative. The letter K being water, intuition, emotions is set here. And then the letter T is earth, bringing things into the solidified area. Hey, Neri, peace to the goddess. And we love it here. So aligning those 3 elements is definitely key. Those are the elements that's being called upon on this day of 2. Today is a great day for my 1, 4s, and 7s, finding balance between the physical and non-physical self. My 8s as well. This is a good time for you guys too. Not everything could be all about stuff and manifesting and concentrating too much on the things outside of yourself. Today's a great day for my 3, 6, and 9s. You guys more so finding that balance between what you got going on inside of yourself. Now working on making it project. If you feel good, project that shit. If you're confident, project it. Create those things in your space for that. You know what I'm saying? So those are the balances that you guys can find. We're going to take that day of 2 and put it into the month of 2, right? We got the 2 2s together. This is mastering the things that we create in our space. Hey, Coop. Hey, Derek. Peace to the gods. So yeah, balance, harmony, and justice. Once again, dealing with the Mayat scale, dealing with the Taurian energy of priorities. And when we have these double 2s together, they come together and make 4, which is chesed, mercy. Imagining the things that you want in your space in the Sephiros. 4 also deals with the letters D and V. So that's the stability and leadership. Be mindful when you come into space, like, oh, I found justice, I found truth, I found the balance, wop. I got it on a 2-2. That's, that can come into a mastery space. So when you come into this 4, be mindful of being overly critical or cynical towards other people, places, things, situations that don't have that sense of stability. This is what you have to offer the collective. That means that everybody can't do what you do, how you do it, and how stable you are when you're doing it. Keep that in mind and have a sense of compassion that this is the puzzle piece you are and what you bring to the whole picture. I've never seen 2 puzzle pieces being exactly the same. They were exactly the same, they wouldn't be able to complement each other. Ashe? Cool. Also dealing with the energy of 4, we're dealing with nurturing, compassion, same vibe of what I just said. It's the Cancer house of home and family, matriarch energy. We know that Mars is sitting over there in retrograde, and the Mars energy bringing that 9th house energy of expansion and abundance. Also new beginnings to the matriarchal lineages and the home and the family, and having compassion for one another. And we see that heavily with the different transformations and new beginnings that are happening to people's home and family, right? Peace to the guys and the goddesses out there in DC, out there in Philly, and all the other accidents that we've taken upon ourselves to go on the FAA website and find out that plane crashes is not abnormal. It happens very often. So we take that 4, right? We take that 4 chesed of home and family and compassion. We're putting that into the year of 9. This is the year of harvest. This is the year of you reap what you sow, so like you're going to reap it. If you notice the pattern all throughout the month of 1, now that we're in the month of 2, everything we put into the 9, we're going to get right back. 9 deals with Sagittarius energy. That's being optimistic. That's being abundant and generous. Tapping into your joy. Your sacral chakra is key here. Y'all take care of y'all reproductive organs. Be mindful of overindulgences and obsessions, addictions, things of that nature can be on the forefront of this year. But yeah, this is the year of Jubilee. You know what I'm saying? That's all in the 9s. That's all in that space of joy and completion and building the utopia. People being called and pushed to move towards that philanthropic mindset is on the 9. So we're going to put that 4 of chesed. We're going to imagine it. We want to harvest that 4. Of course, I want to master the things that I built upon with my heart being light as a feather throughout the entire process, right? I deserve that. And what is the 9 going to give back to me? The 9 is going to give me 1 and 3. So that is a karmic debt number. It's a karmic debt number because it's very difficult. 1 being taking action, 1 also being knowledge, and 3 being understanding and challenges. It becomes very difficult to understand and create and express what you know in this world because you always have this equal opposite energy telling you, don't think that, don't feel that, think this instead, feel that instead, focus on this instead, do that instead. It's always that kind of energy. So to be able to take action on and express what you know, that is how you defeat. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's how you conquer that kind of challenge, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And one and three come together and they make four. So today overall is a day of four. Today's a day of Chesed, Imagination Station. We're in our space where we are imagining things that we want in our space. Paying attention to your home and family is definitely key here. Going inward. Four deals with not only just Pisces, Olukun energy and the Sephiros and the Netarus, but four also deals with Cancer. I said Cancer, right? Home and family. Four also deals with, your Moja. So either way, we're in the waters, right? We're in our spiritual self. So the number four deals with the letters D and V. Like I told you, anything beginning with those letters, you guys are being called into action. The elements that are in alignment with that is fire. The letter D is fire, taking action, taking initiative. The letter M is water, that's intuition, your emotional self. And then the letter V is earth, bringing things into fruition, manifesting things into your space. So now I'm going to read, y'all know my favorite book, Natal Volume 1. I'm gonna shout y'all out over there on YouTube. I see y'all piling up the comments and stuff. I'm gonna shout y'all out in a moment. Just let me get through the numerologies of the day. Four deals with Mayat or Seishat, and Canaanite is Zakael, and the Kabbalah is Jadula or Chesed, and Yoruba is Ajay, Jagulia, and Hindu Kush is Lakshmi. We're dealing with the fourth sphere. The planet is Jupiter, and people born on Thursdays is a good time. Sky blue for the spiritual Hekah and yellow for the planetary Hekah, the colors for today. Of course, Mayat deals with the number 2, which we dealt with, putting the two twos together to even make the 4. The gems for today is yellow sapphire, lapis lazuli, and tin. As far as herbalism goes, in your bath, you want thuja, anise, and honeysuckle. Oils, you want anise and oak moss. And incense, you want aloes and anise. The Hekau and the spiritual words of power is Shring, S-H-R-I-N-G. The planetary Hekau is On, Grain, Green, Grong. The spiritual direction is southeast, and the mundane direction is the west. The energy that the 4 brings onto your animal spirit, some positive traits are being just, equilibrated, holistic, generous, sharing, optimistic, liberal, magnanimous, moral sense, striving for advancement, and wealth in positive manner, religious, successful, fortunate, law-abiding, fair, charitable, deferring to elders, no trafficking with evil, grateful, and prudent. Some negative traits on the animal spirit that this 4 can bring today is being greedy, negatively expansive for food, sex, material things, etc. Pleasure-seeking, boastful, extravagant, unlawful, materialistic, wasteful, unsocial, unsuccessful, unfortunate, hypocritical regarding religion and the law, false religious, legal, and scientific tenets. All right? Some mental traits. Synthesis, gaining insight into things by unifying them through the use of abstract analogies, hence well fitted for philosophical and theoretical scientific religious pursuits. All right, career functions on this 4. Judges, very experienced lawyers, theoretical scientists, theoreticians, theologians, bishops, cardinals, bankers, merchants, upper echelon priests and priestesses, fortune hunters, officials, and managers. As far as the spiritual portfolio and function goes for this day of 4, doctrine of divine law and order. Optimism, faith, love, abundance, success in an individual undertaking, and spiritual advancement. She walks with the papyrus scepter and she achieves abundance. Mayat's papyrus scepter fuses divine law with the abundance that follows from living it. Its color green symbolizes abundance and fruitfulness, while the papyrus, which was used for writing, symbolizes the book of the law. She realizes that even her enemies are integral parts of the whole, thus works and shares with them. Seisha raises her consciousness to the hall of the Metu Neter and realizes the ultimate unity of all things. There are no irreconcilable opposites in the world. This is the source of an undaunted optimism, faith, and inner joy, which reveal themselves in peaceful, genuine, small, and relaxed state of being, even in the midst of setbacks and the greatest of external difficulties. Mayat, the divine law, is the food and the drink of Ra, the life force. She nourishes her life force with the divine law and gives endlessly for her love, shares seeking nothing in return. There is no end to her worldly fortune, as her giving is answered from the depths of Nut. All right. Perseverance is in adhering to a belief system based on cosmological arrangement and synthesis of divine laws, such as achieved through the tree of life. leads to success in all undertakings, as the view of unity that is concealed in the midst of the multiplicities that life presents to us is never lost. A collection of wise saying and divine laws, however true, cannot save us. If they are not arranged into an integral system of guiding us in our day-to-day existence, we have seen how the abstract analogies presented in this book, especially the symbols of the tree of life, serve to unify specifics across general categories. Unless the elements making up our belief system, whether secular or religious, are unified in this manner, they become enslaving agents of dogma instead of vehicles of salvation. So that is the we got into the mathematics of today, the gematria, and the Netaru energy of today is my yacht. Keeping your heart light as a feather. Can y'all keep your heart light as a feather when y'all listening to me do my mathematics? Or we gonna be heavy today? Because y'all be coming at my neck sometimes in this chat, YouTube. I don't know. But let me give y'all shout outs because y'all showed up. All right. Hey, Derek. Hey, D7th son. Brother Barry. Peace to the God. Hey, Muhammad. Brian, what's up with you? More for you. Peace, peace, peace. Hey, Bird. Shout out to you and y'all from your newfound freedom while Venus is on its way to Aquarius, y'all. It's freedom in all things. Freedom in love, freedom in relationships. Hey, Dream Stepper. Thank you for the compliment. AG, peace, peace. Valajan, peace to you. Hey, Ram. Vishal, Tim. The worms are back. Peace. Hey, Deepak. Hey, Tim. Peace to the God Naga. Y'all make sure y'all follow that guy. He be having some wise words for us on the daily. Hey, Tim. Hey, Dragon Man. Hey, Diesel. Peace, peace, y'all. Buddha, what's up? Peace to the God. Okay. We got a nice little collection. Y'all not coming to me as hard as y'all usually do. It's light work. So, y'all be nice in the comments. This is the day of my yacht. Y'all watch yourselves. All right, so we went over today's mathematics. Let's go over today's astronomical report. We don't really have too much going on in the cosmos today. I ain't going to hold you. But we do start off the day with a 17% waxing crescent moon rising at 4:21 a.m. and setting at 10:25 p.m. Now, in our mindset, we are in tropical Aries, new beginnings to home and family, our third eye, our nurturing and emotional self, certain feelings I used to feel about certain things, no longer feeling them in the space and time. You know what I'm saying? Also dealing with a lot of fire energy coming to the home and family. We talked about that. Being in the year 2025, wisdom in our cipher and wisdom in our power. That 5 deals with Herakahuti energy. That's Aries, that's Ogun. That element is fire. Just like last year, we dealt with the 2024. Chesed was Olukun. That's water energy. We dealt with a lot of currency, a lot of maritime law shit. We dealt with a lot of water. Just water, floods, storms, all that stuff. So in this year, we're dealing with fire, military, and anything made by iron, which is mostly weapons. So a lot of that is going to be going on throughout the year. It is affecting the home and family, as we do have Mars sitting over there in retrograde and Cancer. And then once it goes prograde, it still has to go through Cancer constellation. But it's bringing new beginnings. We asked for this. You know what I'm saying? We said we want new beginnings. It wasn't going to be easy, but staying the same wasn't going to be easy either. So we're walking into this quote unquote new earth, new mindset, new things that we got going on in this space with the moon sitting over there in tropical Aries. It's time to have introspection on what is happening to the home and family. What new beginnings do you want to have? You know what I'm saying? And nurturing spaces is definitely key here too. It's time for the community to stand up. All of this is happening in the 5th house, and I'm gonna keep going. So right now, our events as well as our draconic space are in alignment. They're both sitting over there in Pisces. So the events that are going on right now in our third eye introspection is actually spiritual experiences. These are all Akashic record experiences. These all are supposed to happen how they're happening, and we love it here. Hey, Narendra, I love you too. So, meeting familiar people, going into areas, having deja vu. None of that is new, you know what I'm saying? But it's all to remind you that you are on the path of your spirituality and, what your celestial DNA is calling you to be at. In the Nakshatra space, because we are at the 7 degrees Pisces, 7 being that balance, that number of God, we are in the Uttada Bhadapada Nakshatra. That's a bar. This nakshatra is it's the 27th. It's the last nakshatra in Vedic astrology. Well, unless you count the 28, it's your world. But it goes from 3 degrees Pisces to 16 degrees Pisces. It's ruled by Saturn, and the presiding deity is, I hear, Bhutnaya, a serpent-like deity associated with the underworld, water, and profound wisdom. This nakshatra carries a deep connection to spiritual transformation, wisdom, and emotional, hey, Razzle Dazzle, thank you for the gift, and additional stability. It brings forth qualities associated with stability, emotional depth, introspection, and the higher wisdom. And here are some facts. Saturn's influence brings seriousness, structure, longevity, and spiritual lessons of responsibility, seriousness, deep longing, and wisdom. The symbol is a bed or a funeral pyre. The symbol, because it seems ominous, but represents the culmination of cycles, the end of a phase and the transition into another. It symbolizes letting go of what no longer serves, as well as the transformation that comes from this release. People born with this moon may experience emotional endings and new beginnings, especially in their inner lives. And as far as the deity goes, the serpent-like figure who resides in the underworld, this represents deep, often hidden wisdom and association with the deity. Suggests the emotional fulfillment that may come from exploring deeper realms and subconscious emotions, hidden truths, or mystical experiences. This deity covers the water of emotion in the unseen realms, guiding individuals to uncover their deeper emotional truths and spiritual purpose. Now, when the moon is here, it fosters deep emotional stability, reflection, and wisdom. Individuals may experience a profound emotional maturity and tend to deal with life's challenges in a calm, measured way. This nakshatra encourages developing a grounded and stable emotional life, even in the face of adversity. All right. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to keep going in. But yeah, that's the energy for now. Introspection. Thank you, Razzle Dazzle. Usually when a mic comes in here, mics don't speak. I always get a different kind of mic in here, and none of them speak. I don't know if that's something in the name, that 4 and that 9 come together and it's like, choke the throat chakra. I don't know what that's about, but I've never had a mic come in here and speak to me yet. And that's the second mic that came in here today that did not speak. But yeah, that's the energy for the moon, giving us introspection, and it's all happening in the 5th house. And I've been telling you guys about the moon being in the 5th house, flowing through there last couple days, doing this from the eyes of a child, your actual children around you, or going into your inner childlike self, tapping into your natal chart, your memories and stuff like that, doing that root work. The sunrise today is 7:06 a.m. and setting at 5:19 p.m. In our thought process, the tropical chart, we have the sun at 13 degrees Aquarius in the 4th house of home and family, experiencing that revolutionary energy. Hey, Lucid, that revolutionary energy that's coming to the 4th house, today. And we see that happening, right? And you guys know Pluto is over there in Aquarius by the sun right now too. So we're experiencing like heavy transformations and a shift of power. You know what I'm saying? So, keeping that in mind, the sun is over there hanging out with Pluto right now. I appreciate you. In our energy exchanges, the sun is sitting over there at 18 degrees in Capricorn constellation around the Capricorn star. So while our mindset is on that revolutionary energy of Aquarius, talking about the empire, society as a whole, and empowered to be one with society, our energy exchanges is on the challenges, the discipline, and the restrictions, and the order that has to occur in order for that revolutionary energy to exist from our mind to our actions, because February 17th is when the sun will start to enter Aquarius constellation. Around that time, you'll start to see a lot of our thoughts start to come into fruition. Same thing, a lot of these Piscean placements in the zodiacs, once these placements start hitting that Pisces constellation, all those things you have been imagining and speaking into existence is going to come. That's why I tell you guys, be mindful of the energy y'all be on these social media sites sharing and commenting and bringing into existence, because your thoughts have power, and that's what Aquarius wants you to know. Your thoughts have power, and a lot of these things are happening out here because they want your energy. They want your collective mindset to believe a certain something is going to happen. Because if you guys collectively believe it, that's magic, and that's what's going to make it happen. These phones and stuff are organized. They're channeling your energy. They will make things happen if you guys collectively keep sharing and believing and speaking. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like a lot of people are doing that just so they can be right. Like, oh, I'm a psychic and I predict gloom and doom and woo-wop, just so they can go around and say, oh, see, what I said was right. What I said was right. Yeah, but you just spoke gloom and doom onto your people just to be correct. Why couldn't you speak love? Why couldn't you speak abundance? Why couldn't you speak community? Why couldn't you speak positivity to bring that to light? Why are we doing all of this stuff? Why can't it be a conspiracy theory that we all love each other, that we all related? Why can't that be the conspiracy theory? You know what I'm saying? So y'all be mindful of the stuff that y'all speaking into existence, because I'm telling y'all, when the planet enters that Pisces constellation, y'all gonna feel it. Y'all gonna experience everything y'all chatting about. And some of y'all chatting about stuff just so y'all could be right, like I said. The only transit we have going on today is Pallas entering the Capricorn constellation. That's gonna happen this morning at 8:40 a.m. Pallas is that asteroid that focuses on our genius, our inner genius-like qualities that we like to overlook in ourselves. Sometimes we need outside people or places, things, situations to kind of invoke it out of us or whatever, what have you. Or usually it's some catastrophic event that'll invoke that genius out of you. You gotta have your back up against the wall about to fall apart, and then it comes out, you know, like Last Dragon type situation. The Capricorn constellation, so the thought process of your inner genius when it comes to your long-term planning is starting to match up with your events. You'll see some of your returns start to come back to you when you start tapping into your thoughts. You know, don't talk yourself out of it. You said you were good at this. You said you wanted to get good at that. Why? Believe in yourself. You have the power to believe in yourself. It's going to be okay. Let me go back to the comments. Shout the rest of y'all out. Yeah, Buddha. Keep your heart as light as a feather. See you later, Deepak. Lovely Peaches. Story time. I had sleepover. Oh, peace to you, lovely. Sorry you went through that. Trade Luca for AD. I have no idea what we're talking about. Is that sports carnage? Mr. Yeah boy. Peace and blessings. Peace and prosperity to you, beloved. Another astrologer. I know, right? It's so crazy to see the abundance and the expansion of the amount of people that are learning about themselves and their connection with nature and the things above and below, within, without. I love to see it. I love to see the expansion of astrologers. You guys could be astrologers too, as you should be. I like that outlook. World peace would be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice if we came together and started chatting and sharing and gossiping about peace and love. Like, did you hear about who loved who? Did you hear about who loved everybody? Did you hear about who was out here being a philanthropist and giving and da-da-da-da? Did you hear about this person over here? Did you hear about that person starting that organization over here? Did you hear about that person celebrating this over here? I want to hear more of that. I don't care about a lot of stuff y'all be chatting about. I do not be caring. Y'all better watch that gossip shit, because ain't no room for gossiping either. If we gonna gossip, let's talk about something light. Anyway, when we get into the ancient Kemetic calendar, we are in the month of Tibi. So in the ancient Kemetic calendar, hey Smooth, we get 3 seasons a year. Each season gets 4 months. Each month gets 30 days. Each month gets 10-day weeks. We call them decans. Right now we're in the first decan in the month of 2. This is the decan of taking initiative, taking action, listening to your gut. The gut controls the mind, and everything starts with the thought. 1 also deals with the ketters. You know what I'm saying? Getting your intellect on this month of 2, on this month of Mayat, on this month of Taurus energy, of what we value and what we prioritize. All that fun stuff, right? So, TB falls between January 9th and February 7th on the Gregorian calendar. So we got a little bit more time here. The ruling deity of this month is Isis, which is the goddess of fertility and magic. This period of time, we focus on how we want our garden to grow during the season of Aries, right? We're imagining, we're visualizing. Utilize all these Piscean placements to do that. It's here for you. Get the downloads from Aquarius constellations and zodiacs. The characteristics, the beginning of the planting season as the water levels recede, making the transition from inundation to growth. Now, when we get into the Hindu calendar, the Hebrew calendar, we are in the month of Shavat. We entered the month of Shavat during the new moon, which was January 29th. Technically, we are on, this is day 4 of Shavat. We're on the 4th of Shavat. The spiritual meaning, it marks the beginning of the rainy season in Israel, is the month of growth and renewal, symbolizing the fruit-bearing season in the spiritual sense. The 15th of Shabbat is celebrated Tu B'Shvat, the new year for the trees, which marks the renewal of nature and the importance of the land of Israel. The key event is the new year for the tree happening this month, which is the 13th of the month. Growth, renewal, and connection to the land are the key words for this month. The holiday of Rosh Chodesh, which was the new moon, like I said, marks the beginning of this month. And we're here until February 28th. Ashe? Okay. And then getting into the planetary forecast, you know this year has been brought to us by wisdom and our cipher, wisdom and our power that brings us the harvest. Focusing on your solar plexus chakra and its connection to your sacral chakra is key here. Be empowered by the things that you enjoy doing. Take action on philanthropic moves. Take action on your downloads from the oracles and the sage. Be mindful. This is the year of gold and the year of alchemy, which goes by the number 9. Passionate, interesting, and faithful people, attracting many people, being generous, kind, having long-lasting relationships. A love of luxury and spending money is heavy here. Ambition and willpower are the keys. We are also in the season of the Baobab. We have one more day of the Baobab season, and this is being firm and stable and reliable, you know, persevering through any challenges. Hold on a second, oh my bad. Multitask. Yeah, self-confidence, integrity, honesty, reflection, and cleverness. Live a well-structured and prosperous life. In the Native American horoscope, butterfly clan is the energy here. This is the air element. We're here till February 18th. Demand bliss and help. Invites us to behave like children, have fun, and accept the flow of life. Strength to smooth out any circumstances. We are in the year of the wood snake officially. We love it here, right? Remember, high highs make low lows. The goal is to be the homeostasis in the middle. The year of the wood snake is all about being mindful of overindulging into the things, but wood is associated with a sturdy tree, being rigid and decisive. Be mindful of your anger, especially in this 2025, which is why I said y'all be mindful of the things you guys communicate and stuff. Yin wood is associated with flowers, leaves, and grass. This is a trying to go through my notes, but they're like, I want to load, like they didn't already load. But the year of the wood snake represents wisdom, transformation. It's kind of like being in the year of 8, how we were last year. You know, be mindful of the dramatics. And being wise, strategic, and mysterious. Being impulsive during the season will not do you any favors. We don't want to be impulsive this season at all. But the wood element will add a layer of growth to us, creativity and flexibility, making us adaptable and open to change. Just like this snake sheds its skin, you will be AAK Sean is in the building. Peace. Just like a snake sheds its skin, you will have new skin, you know, during this season. By the time you get to the end of it, you definitely want to have a new skin. So shouts to y'all for y'all transformations and y'all growth. Ashe. Coming back from that, as far as the ancient Kemetic season goes, we entered the energy of Amun-Ra. We're now in the Amun-Ra rule decade in the ancient Kemetic calendar. That started yesterday, February 1st, and we're there till February 11th. You know, I like the numbers, you know, 211. This is the energy of the King of Gods, being confident, polite, optimism, great leaders, and having a sense of control. In the Hebrew and Hindu calendar, let's go to it. You know, we just completed the day of Shabbat. Hopefully you guys allowed yourself to rest on the Sabbath. We are now on the day of Yom Rishon, which is the first day, Sunday. Sunday marks the first day of creation when God created the light, Genesis 1:1-5. This is a day of new beginnings and renewal. In Jewish tradition, the first day of the week is seen as start of creation, symbolizing hope, creativity, and the potential to begin anew. So new beginnings today, light and creation, those are the key words for today. In the Hindu calendar, this is the day of Ravivar. Lord Surya rules the day, which is the sun god. Lord Surya is the source of light, vitality, health, and strength. He represents the self, soul, and life force. Sun worship is integral to Hinduism, and Surya is considered to be the symbol of truth, wisdom, and good health. Some associated activities for Sunday. Sunday is considered auspicious for offering prayers to Lord Surya to strengthen one's health, gain access, and seek vitality. Reciting Surya Gayatri's mantra or performing the Surya Namaskar, sun salutation, is a common practice for today. So we done went over the mathematics, we went over the gematria, we went over the Netarules, we went over the astrological report, we went over the calendars of ancient Kemet, Hindu and Hebrew, we done went over the horoscopes of West Africa, China, well, anybody who goes by the lunar calendar, right? Because it's not just China that does the Lunar New Year. And Native American, as well as the alchemy year. We did a lot, right? So let's get into the planetary hour, y'all. You ready? Let's do it. It's okay. You were right on time. You're never late. How you feeling? How you healing today, Kayshawn? Kapira, breathe. I'm always breathing. I look like a young Pam girl. Ooh, I'll take that. Success is contagious when it's forever for everyone. Yeah, success should be, we should be abundant success. You know, I heard a really good analogy. Like, I never say, oh, I only want to be healthy for like 3 days out the year so that everybody else can be healthy. You know, you don't never talk about taking turns being healthy. So why do we talk about like abundance and success and stuff like, oh, it can only be one at a time? We should have the same amount, same mindset as that. We all could be successful. We all could be abundant. It's not just, oh, only 1 or 2 people at a time. No, everything is infinite, including the abundance. Hey, goddess, peace. How you feeling? High vibing, fam. How about you? Had a great day. I'm good. I finally slept. I finally got some sleep. This is ridiculous with my name change. It's gonna stay there till your heart get a little lighter. It's gonna stay there. It's like, yeah, keep that heart green, sis. Keep it green. All right, so we're going to start with the hours of the sun. Hey, Clint, how you doing? Welcome. You're new? Actually, lighter than a feather, it's air. Okay, good. So the hours of the sun are from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m., 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., and then 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. we're in the hours of the sun. The sun represents vitality, creativity, and self-expression. The sun's hours are good for starting new ventures, leadership, and activities that require confidence. We talked about the sun being over there and Aquarius being revolutionary, you know, unique. Where is my thing at? Oh. Like, what the hell? Learning how to be a part of society, being a part of the we is important here. And the energy exchanges that happen, the events, we're dealing with a lot of challenges here. So learning how to take initiative, have some sense of self-control, discipline and order with the challenges that are coming our way, with the limitations and the restrictions that are coming our way, because they are a part of the revolutionary process. Like I said, the things that we asked for were not going to come easy, but we knew they were coming, right? The hours of Venus, which we're still in right now, 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., and then 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. So the hours of Venus are good for like creativity. You know, Venus deals with like love and beauty, wealth, and things like that. So harmony is another one. Venus hours are perfect for activities involving relationships, beauty, art, and relaxation. It's a good time for romantic activities and aesthetic work for my creators out there. And we know Venus is sitting over there in Pisces, right? You know, focusing on the things that we imagine in our space that we would like to attract. And it's in Pisces on the tropical and on the Vedic. So not only is in our mind, it's also in our energy exchanges. Another reason why I tell you guys, be mindful of the emotions that you are in. Hey, Delarice. the emotions that you are invoking in other people when you guys say certain things, because you're playing on other people's chesed, you're playing on other people's imagination, you're playing on other people's heart chakras, and their heart is vibrating to what you're saying. So while you might be calm, cool, collected, and whatever, you're invoking fear into other people, you're invoking anger and separatism and stuff like that into other people. Please be responsible, especially some of you guys out here who are astrologists, that do have a following, that are influencers. That word influencer is a big word. The letter I is the first letter in the word influence. I is the harvest energy. You reap what you sow, right? The first word is I-N. In. You're fucking with people's insides. Influ. Yeah, that's what you're doing. So, like, be a little bit more responsible, especially with the numbers of that. That's 9 and 5. You know what I'm saying? You're playing with people's hearts. You're playing with people's emotions. You're playing with people's solar plexus chakra. 5 is Hera Kahuti. That's your place of power. So, you know, be mindful. Be mindful and aware. So the hours of Mercury are from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., and 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. as, you know, we start Monday on the moon. So let's chat about that. Oh, and the moon represents emotion. Not the moon, Mercury. The Mercury represents communication, intellect, and business. Mercury's hours are ideal for learning, writing, travel, or anything requiring communication and trade. Now, Mercury is sitting over there in Aquarius energy, Aquarius in the thought process, the mind process, invoking that revolutionary energy. Again, when I said being unique, you know, being a part of the collective, the power to be one with all, being in alignment with society, all that fun stuff there. Now, in the energy exchanges of things, Mercury is sitting over there in Capricorn. So, you know, we are invoking the challenges, the limitations, and the restrictions when our mindset is on invoking the revolutionary energy. So we are bringing these challenges in our space. You want new beginnings? You want to go to war because you think you're a warrior? You want shit to be on American soil? You want, you know, y'all wanted y'all money back. Y'all wanted us to stop funding other countries and other things outside of ourselves. Y'all wanted us to go more inward. These are the results of different things, right? The hours of the moon, 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., which we're about to walk into. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then at midnight, of course, we start the Monday on the lunar hour. We move in gratitude, right? The moon represents emotion, intuition, and nurturing. The moon's hours are great for emotional work, home life, and activities that require compassion and reflection. We know that moon is sitting over there in that Piscean energy, in Aries, new beginnings, in our introspect, and in Piscean energy in our having Akashic records experiences, things revealing hidden dreams, hidden agendas, all that different stuff like that. Be mindful of that. You know, we're doing soul contract work right now. All of this is a spiritual experience. Start looking at things from an energetic or a spiritual point of view and less human-like, so you can have better insight. You guys keep looking at stuff from a human point of view. That's why you're not ingesting it correctly, and you're ingesting it from a gloom and doom. In order for certain things, no two things can stay in the same place at the same time. That's physics, right? Even if you don't want to look at things from a spiritual point of view, let's talk about science. Look at things from a quantum physics point of view then. Quantum physics or spiritual. I don't care which one you go. They both going to tell you the same thing with different words. So from that point of view, no two things can stay in the same place at the same time. So if you want certain energetic experiences in a space, certain energetic experiences have to go. And sometimes that's in personified form. Sometimes that's in the form of a business, an organization, objects. You know, different things have to move out the way so different things can come in. And so if we just get out of the physical of it all and we see the alchemy that's happening, just take a breath. You know what I'm saying? Take a breath. They say things are a distraction. I'm like, the whole physical experience. The whole physical experience. But I do love the food. Saturn. Saturn represents discipline, structure, and limitation. Saturn's hours are best for hard work, focus, and long-term planning. It's a good time for serious reflection on or working on structures in your life. The hours of Saturn are from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., and 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. All right? Saturn is sitting over there in the Pisces zodiac energy and our mindset, you know, we're dealing with the long-term planning, the restrictions and things like that in our imagination, what we imagine things to be. Pisces energy also associated with Mayat, the physical to the non-physical, the realms of justice. You know, a lot of challenges happening to the justice system, a lot of challenges happening to that Maya energy, you know. We like Saturn and Pisces together because it's like Babylon walking around with the Oba scales, the Libra scales, you know, seeing whose heart light is the feather. And if it's not, your heart will get devoured. So be mindful of that. If you find your heart chakra being devoured to where you're lost or you feel blockages on your wealth, on your business, on attracting different facets of love, whether it's community, romantic, whatever, do the alchemy. All right. That's all that Saturn, you know, energy is doing over there. Now in our energy exchange, remember this happened in the 5th house too. So this is Tippereth. This is that Leo energy, the inner child work or whatever. Now in our energy exchanges, Saturn is sitting over there in Aquarius. So the challenges and the events and happenings is happening in your societal, you know, connections, you know, whether it's the auric body of the Ketters or it's the personifications of the auric bodies, you know what I'm saying? So do that work. The hours of Jupiter, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Jupiter is good for expansion, abundance, and wisdom. Jupiter's hours are excellent for growth, study, and long-term planning. They can be good for optimism and generosity. So we're going to do that long-term planning, but we're studying. Whereas Saturn will let you know, oh, these are the challenges, this is the structure, this is the outline of what we're studying. Jupiter will come through with the optimism and be like, oh, you know, we can overcome these challenges by learning how to do this way or do that way or prepare for this or that, right? Jupiter is sitting over there in Gemini in our thought process, providing that expansion, abundance, and long-term planning amongst our community. And it's in the 8th house. Remember, Jupiter is over there in retrograde in the same breath of that. So, you know, it's not all about suddenly getting your return on things. It's about planning right now. We're planning and organizing things right now. You know, a lot of the planets that we have over there in those spring, summertime placements are indeed in retrograde. They're not moving that fast, or they're like super out there. Like, I know we got the Fortune out there in Virgo, but you know, the Virgo is like right there on the line between, you know, summer and autumn, right beneath the horizon of the descendant line, the 7th house line, or whatever. So, you know, we take a breath there. But majority of the summertime, you know, springtime placements are in retrograde to move a lot slower for us because we are in winter time, and it's time to focus on the Aquarius Piscean placements, which we're getting a lot of right now in this space and time. We do have that alignment in the sky that's happening all the way up until we reach the total lunar eclipse, which we haven't had since 2022. The last couple of years, the eclipses that we had were partial. So now we finally get a total one, which is really cool. But the planets, the majority of the planets that you'll see aligned to Saturn, Venus, Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, and Mars. And of course, you know, right now we have the sun in alignment until it's not. And then we have, you know, the moon in alignment when it comes around the mountain. So keeping that in mind as well. Jupiter is sitting over there providing the expansions and abundance over there to Taurus energy, what we value, what we prioritize, business, wealth, facets of love, and what we decide is beauty, aligning your sacral chakra to your heart chakra. You should be making money doing what you love and what brings you joy. Keep working at it, do your planning, organize the things. That's the best, you know, that's the best way to go about that. Let the Saturn and Jupiter, you know, hold hands because they're both in air elements. So they're there to support each other in the intellectual realm of the things, okay? And last but certainly not least, the hours of Mars are from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., and 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., all right? Mars represents action, aggression, and energy. Mars hours are good for assertion, physical activity, and combating obstacles. It's a good time for strengthening your willpower, all right? And we know Mars is sitting over there in Cancer energy as being, you know, I don't like the word debilitated, but I know certain astrologers say, oh, it gets debilitated in Cancer energy. But that's like the vibe of the new beginnings to the home and family. Also because Mars likes to be so extra or active or whatever, you know, Cancer doesn't let Mars be as active as it likes to naturally be. Cancer makes Mars sit back and go inward a little bit and think and nurture rather than act and discipline and stuff like that. So we move in gratitude for that. you know, it's a double-edged sword to that, because we see a lot of fire happening to homes and families and matriarchs and things of that nature that Cancer rules over. You know what I'm saying? But I won't say but. That's a part of the celestial alignment, right? Over there in the constellations of things, Mars is sitting in Gemini, and so it's creating that that motivation, the aggression, the assertion, and stuff like that to community. I don't advise y'all arguing about having different mindsets about different things. That's the sign of an overactive Mars placement. Your solar plexus is overactive. You're not here to control anything outside of yourself. The only thing you're here to control is your vortex. If you control your vortex, you can control your reality. You're not here to control everybody's reality. Everybody here is entitled to live the reality that they want to live and endure the energy that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? That's not for you to control. Now, if you want to come here, like, I love to teach. Virgo stellium. This is what I do. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I'm good at, teaching and communicating. But I'm not here to preach to y'all. And you not agreeing with the things that I say or how I go about saying it, it doesn't make you less than at all to me, because this is my reality and this is what I want to do. Now, if you gravitated here, you gravitated here for a reason. And we love it here. We love it when you gravitated here for a reason. Right? Yes, finally, a total eclipse. Right. We have a total eclipse. My Sag placement beefing with Neptune right now. Oh, really? Oh, because of the Piscean space? Well, Sagittarius and Piscean energy, they're supposed to be the internal, external side of the sacral chakra. That's kind of like in the cartoons when you have the angel on one shoulder and the little devil on the other shoulder, and you're the one in the middle. It's like up to you to be, you know, the homeostasis in the middle. Like, yeah, you know, I don't have to choose. You know, we can come to a middle ground. I could be assertive and nurturing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And that's like it's a good space. So, yeah. Oh, we had a lot of people saying crazy stuff down there. Hey, Lokish. A lot of you guys got hidden back there. Hey, Rylan. Peace to the God. Yes, Piscean moon. So I don't know. I'm trying. Okay. So you got a Sag sun and a Piscean moon. That's interesting. Thank you. Thank you for the subscription. That's kind of like a divine connection. It's like really being intact with your sacral chakra. Like, what brings you joy? You know, what's the moral code to what brings you joy versus how you're expressing it, you know? Traveling would do well for you. You know, it's just learning how to find a balance between the two. You really got to pull a magician card, because Pisces wants to be alone in the inward and don't ever speak to me type Joan, or I speak when I feel like it. But then Sagittarius is like, I want to be around and optimistic and generous. So it's just like allowing yourself to find a balance between those two selves. Like, okay, this is our period of time where we go inward and we do the things, and this is our period of time when we go outward, and just learning how to be stable with having those, because fire and water have a hard time being stable. So if you can find an earth placement that agrees with the both of them, that can go inward wherever. I would go with like a Taurus placement, because you know the heart chakra and the sacral chakra are like BFFs. So wherever you have like a Taurus placement, or wherever that second house is, whatever, hopefully it's the earth energy ruling that second house. I don't know. Whatever house that Taurus energy is ruling over, that's the house you would go to. I rely on my Virgo North Node. Yeah, that's good too, because that's self-organization and management. That helps. Dante, what's up with you? It's crazy, but it's fun, because you get to learn how to play alchemy with your body. You get to learn how to play alchemy with your life. Like, this is such a game, and it's all about your outlook. Like, I love to play the game. You know what I'm saying? I love to play the game. I won't lie. These last 2 years, even a little bit before that, but heavy on these last 2 years, because a lot of my memory has been wiped. I think it's the trauma. You know how you go through like heavy shit and it just make you block out a lot of stuff. But heavy on these last 2 years, heavy on the last 4 years, for real. Ever since I entered my Saturn return, like, I really feel myself coming out on the other side as a totally different person, and I love it here. But I stopped looking at everything from a human standpoint, and nothing is physical or material to me. Everything is spiritual, non-physical, like emotional, introspective, you know? And I just see how it plays out in a physical landscape. But it's very empowering. All right, so let's do our collective reading. Since COVID shit changed for me, yeah, for me it was like 2018, 19. I was turning like 28, 29, and I was entering the eve of my Saturn return. In fact, 2018 was when I had my legit Saturn return, because that's when Saturn and Jupiter were both in Capricorn, and they were the closest they ever been. And, you know, that was a big deal during that period of time. I've been doing the planetary forecast for a minute. And so, you know, that's when they were at their closest. And that's when I was having my Saturn return around 28, 29. And a lot of things changed for me. I was living in Virginia. I moved back to Jersey. I moved back in with my mom. I hadn't lived with my mom since I was 17 years old. I moved out. And so it was like a lot of healing there, but with my mom, learning how to be around my siblings as an adult, because when I left, my siblings were kids, and now I'm coming back and I'm looking at these grown people. And then, you know, becoming a single parent, navigating around co-parenting with my 2 children. I never wanted that for myself, but I started doing that. I had brought my business. I had rebuilt my business, because I had my business since 2015, 14. But I was rebuilding it. I renamed it and everything. That's how it became Lesnobodies. It was revisionistic media at first. And so I was learning how to balance that out too. It's like a lot of transformations happened all at once. And then it was just like, all right, now balance it. And it's like, I got this. So at first it was cool. Like, I'm making music, I'm producing music, I'm outside. You know, my kids is going crazy. Like, they're going through emotional things because they're dealing with mom and dad was always in the house and now they're not. You know, it was different things in that. And in my romantic life, it was getting weird. But, you know, I still was pushing through it. I feel like I'm still pushing through it now. It's just now it's just like even more shit. It's like, bro, that didn't break her. Turn it up. Like, all you hear is Busta Rhymes in the background just keep saying, turn it up. Like, all right, bro, chill. Chill. And then, like, you know, like a year or so after that, then COVID happened, you know. And even in that first year, it was like in my experience being back in Jersey, we got displaced so many times because they had this habit of, like, you get a landlord, and then the landlord will sell the house or lose the house to the bank or whatever, but they would never communicate to us. So we would have to find out the hard way coming home, and our shit, we came home and our house had a fucking do not trespass joint on it. And I'm like, bro, we got cats. Where are my cats at? I'm like, I came home from work and there was a bolt lock on our door. We couldn't get in our house. And it's because the landlord lost the house and they wasn't telling us, and the people downstairs, they was doing drugs, and the cops was tired of coming in and out the house and stuff. And I was just like, what? So it was like, move. Still kept it together, kept it together. Then moved into another house, same situation. Like, the landlord wanted to sell the house, and at that period of time, we didn't have it together. And emotionally and mentally, we weren't moving as a unit. It was like every man for itself in the house. And it was like, all right, we can't move like this and act like we're about to buy a house or da-da-da. Like, this isn't right. So it was kind of difficult to get certain members of the family to, like, be on one accord. So it was just like, we got to find another place to live. So once again, we got displaced because he sold the house to somebody else. And that sucked because I really liked that house. That was fun. Then we moved into another place, and that place was very uncomfortable for me. I was in an uncomfortable space. Then I got hit by a car. And then I got in a car accident. I lost my car. Then got my body hit by a car. I had to learn how to walk again. Then our house caught on fire. It was just like, turn it up. And it's not all gloom and doom, because it's like, in my mind, I'm looking at it from a spiritual standpoint. Like, it's certain things that had to happen for me to come back home and be around my family. Certain things that had to happen for me to sit still and pay attention or be consistent with something I said that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Certain things had to happen for me to have the collective that I'm connected to right now. Like, I'm connected to some wonderful, beautiful people. Shout out to Goddess. Shouts to Kayshawn, you know, shouts to Katrina, and all these different people that I've been able to meet and connect with and be consistent with my connection in. You know, I've learned to be like more introspective with how I interact with people, how I treat people, how I communicate. And I'm still growing in that area, still growing. And I got to deal with a lot of childhood wounds. I got to stand up for my inner child. You know, I got to yell get some shit off my chest. You know, I got to yell at my abuser in the face and then turn around and have another experience. So it kind of showed me maybe I'm not entirely healed, or maybe there's still a part of me that's angry, but I'm actually okay with it because I feel like it's a healthy anger. Like, this will never happen again. Like, you know, it's not something that I'm harboring on my day to day. Just don't invoke me. You know, and I got to sit and study. I got to sit and read. I got to sit and create and do these different things. So, and I think I gained a lot of strength and resilience heavily in a lot of the things that I've experienced in between the things. But I won't lie, Capricorn been beating my ass. Saturn been beating my ass. You know how they do like the meat tenderizer? Like, I feel that heavily. And it's like when other people that knew me before these things started happening, when they see me now, they like, wow, like, you ain't, you know, because I used to be angry. I used to be a very angry person. I was angry. Even when I was speaking love, it came in an angry form. And I couldn't understand why nobody would hear me, because I'm like, I'm not saying nothing crazy. I'm not yelling. This is how I talk. So, you know, to be in this space and time is big growth for me. It's big growth. So hopefully as I'm speaking my shit, you know, y'all feel different ways and think of different ways that y'all, you know, gone through y'all experiences and the things. And it's fun there. Hey, Brayon. Yeah, you do. You learn your personal magic. I got to figure out when my Saturn return is. Never did that. Yeah. Whenever Saturn goes back in Capricorn, what's it, in Pisces right now? Oh, I got some time. I just got out of this joint. See, Saturn is in Pisces on my Draconic chart. So right now, that's probably why I'm having all these spiritual, like, I'd rather be like introspective and spiritual about it. And, you know, I attracted the different water signs and got into my Akashic records. And this is where I'm at right now, because this is where Saturn is at right now for me, invoking my Draconic chart. I can't wait to get out of here, though. But it's like when Saturn hits Aries, I don't think Aries, like, agrees with my Saturn, Capricorn, Saturn, Pisces placement. I don't know if my Saturn, I got to see what degree my Saturn and Capricorn is in my tropical, or just look up my Vedic chart or whatever. But I don't know if my Saturn is in Sagittarius on the Vedic or not. It might be in Capricorn all across the board. And it's all in the 5th house. So this is all my inner child. Like, everything I'm doing right now is all the shit my inner child wanted to do. I was into astrology. I was an artist. I rapped. Always played school. Like, this is all inner child work happening right now. Give me Rasta vibes. I like it. Peace to the God. Hey, Dason. It's crazy how they do shit. They do it in Connecticut, too. I was born there, and they do that to us. Come home. Homeless. Right. Right. Nah, because everything is always working out for you. Right. Have no choice but to be successful. I do love it here. Anger is a higher disc than depression. It is, because I don't want to suppress shit to depress myself, which is a big step for me too, because I used to suppress myself. So yeah, we're going to yell this one out for the one time. Don't bother me. No Capricorn in any of them? Yeah, I'm either in Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, or Sagittarius. And then my Draconic chart is all water. It's Scorpio and Pisces. It's candy corn across the board for me. Oh, really? My son loves candy corn. Ninja Cat, what's up with you? All right, let me give y'all the collective reading, y'all. So the theme of the reading today is love. And didn't I say that? I was like, bro, why don't we gossip about love? Why don't we start posting conspiracy theories about how we love each other and who got what organization, who giving back to who, or like, we need to come from love, not from the ego. not to give some in return. Learn from the energy of Maya. She doesn't give for a return. But it's time to start loving. We gotta love a little harder, love a little deeper, love more unconditionally. You don't have to love everybody the same way. There's so many, love is so infinite. There's so many facets of love. You know what I'm saying? But whatever love you choose to exhibit, let it be unconditional. You know what I'm saying? You could do whatever, you could say whatever, you could be whatever. And guess what? I'm gonna love you anyway. Because that's what you deserve above all else. How you doing, Kat? The placements we want to pay attention for today is your Venus and your moon sign, connecting those two. They just so happen to be in Pisces right now, the Venus and the moon sign, giving us that deep introspection, and we love it here. Queen of Swords. So yesterday we had the Queen of Swords, but it was upright. But now in the space when it comes to love, we over here like, oh, brother. Be mindful of that. I know I'm like that when it comes to romantic love. I'm like, oh, I just want to be a nun. Leave me alone. But then I got to make sure I watch, because I might be in my 50s like, oh my God, I want to be in love. I spent my whole 30s and 40s saying no. But yeah, be mindful of your thought process and hiding behind some wounds here. You know, utilizing your wounds as a shield in this space, you know, when it comes to love. You know, a lot of us want to use generational curses and bloodline shit and the Romeo and Juliet aspect of racism and classism and capitalism and nationalism and all the isms and, you know, sexisms and genderisms and mindsetisms and psychologyisms. We got all the reasons not to love one another. Can we find better reasons to actually love one another instead of saying, I can't love you? Like, and that's where it's coming from. It's coming from judgment. All that judgment. Judge. Y'all got every reason why somebody don't deserve love and respect. Look at how short her shorts are. Look at what color her hair is. Look how long her nails are. Like, are you fucking for real? The ornaments that I put on my body is why I don't deserve love. Please go to hell with love. See what I did there? The parts of self to focus on, want to focus on this love on the Malkuth, on the personification, because that is, we know, the 1% of all this energy up here, you know what I'm saying, that comes from the heavens. We are all gods. If we're all made in his image, then call us by our names and love us by our names as well. You know what I'm saying? We got the Page of Wands here, you know, you being the author of your actions, renewal to the root chakra when it happens. We do have a new sense of power to be one with all, with the Aquarius energy, right? Being rooted up in the cosmos, also being rooted in the earthly self with Capricorn Saturn energy, right? Renewal to our discipline, our order, the restrictions we create with ourselves, thus creating more abundance and expansion when we get up to the sacral chakra. So be mindful of that, you know. I think I pulled this card before too. I don't know. I feel this looks familiar. Disloyalty, you know. And we're going to experience that because not everybody was here during today's mathematics. Not everybody comes to Sunshine for readings. Some people have those tarot card readers that tell them, hate niggas, get your lick back. Karma. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to understand that some people be coming from that space. You know what I'm saying? That's who their teacher is. That's where their energy come from. See, I'm Sunshine. Sunshine don't care what skin color you are, what your health level is. You're going to catch these rays. Now, however way you accept the rays is up to you. That's your business. And that's something that you need to fix within yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, recalibrate yourself in any type of way, shape, or form. But my sun is unconditional. You understand? So having that kind of mindset, regardless of people disloyal to your energy or not, you are loving, you know, for your frequency. Don't you want to be on the frequency of love? When you're on the frequency of love, like, it's fun there. Like, nothing is really bothering you, getting to you, bringing you down, discouraging you, pushing you, whatever, what have you. None of it. Yes, today's mathematics is for Capricorn. It is the day of chess. It is the day of Maya. Making sure your heart is light as a feather, and we're going to love with it. Ashe. Look at that. I love it here. Thank you for liking the heart in the screen, Jamel. I see you over there, love. So that's what we're going to work on today on our fours. We're going to work on loving each other, speaking love into each other. Let's start gossiping about love. You know, let's start spreading more love energy. Let's start giving back to our community. Start being considerate of the people in our community, our neighbors. Let's go outside and wave and say, hey, neighbor. You know what I'm saying? You know, do the fun stuff. That's what I got for you today. You know, may your sun be full of love. We love love. Be mindful of this little mindset that likes to judge people. Like, I can't love this person. They did me dirty. They did this. They did that. They look like this. They dress like that. Their breath stinks. I don't like the way they comb their hair. They got food on the corner of their mouth. I can't. I'm not telling you to be in romantic love with people. I'm not telling you to let people play in your space or in your face. I'm saying love. Now, if you need to find out what that means for you so you can still have a safe space for yourself, then introspect that. Do some self-love before you can pour in love into other people. If you guys are overindulging in love where you think your love is supposed to control people and make people behave how you want them to behave and talk to you the way you want them to talk, that's ego. Go back inward. Fix that, recalibrate that, love yourself a little bit more, so when you go out and pour love into other people, you're not pouring love into other people from this mindset that, oh, I love you, and since I love you, you need to be a part of my projection and what I think you should be doing and how I think you should be behaving and speaking and carrying yourself. That's not love. That's control. So we're going to get the love right. We're going to get the love right. Right, love my Cash App too. We gonna get that love right as well. I ain't gonna hold you. I've been doing this Master Alchemy course, y'all, and I've been trying to share it to everybody on Instagram, as many people as I could. If you guys would like that link, right now, the recap for the last 5 days is up there. I just so happen to have been watching it live all week. It is free because I know some people were skeptical about clicking the link and what the fuck this Sunshine just sent me and da-da-da-da. This is what I've been doing all week. These are the videos I've been watching all week, and they've been very insightful, and they definitely been clearing my vortex to accept the things that I want. I am in the process of watching the videos over again with more like focus and concentration, and so yeah, I'll say that it's been doing wonders. It's crazy how fast, like, I'll listen to a video, do the meditation session or whatever, put it in my vortex, do my own personal rituals or whatever, and then like in the very next second it's like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay, we love it here. He's a Islamic Capricorn, so the alchemy is business based, and I'm like, and as an Islamic Capricorn, perfect. It sends like the perfect energy to go to for alchemy on my business. That's like the perfect energy to me, and it's just been really cool listening to his story and the things that he's overcome, and he has such a soothing voice, and it's a great time. So if I didn't send it to y'all yet, my apologies. I had sent it to so many people. My inbox is kind of flooded now. But if you message me, I will send you the link so you can check that out. And then he also has a class that he charges for. You know, this was like a free sample. But for a man to deliver us a 5-day free sample and he had us in there for like 2 hours a day, that's love. That is love. I felt so much better. And it's so crazy because the room that I was in while I was listening to him, y'all know I'm a life path 11, that room added up to 11. So it was just like, it was just divine alignment, all in all. I got a conspiracy theory. Everybody really loves each other. That's it. That's the whole conspiracy theory. It really is. Everybody really loves each other. Everybody's really obsessed with one another. The people that they claim they can't stand the most, that's the one that they're most obsessed with. That's the one they love the most. You know what I'm saying? We love Canada. Yeah, we do. Right, change the way you feel about it and no one will suffer anymore. You create your own reality. We do. Let's create it with love. Faye, tariff on foreign goods will be placed on American importers and Chinese won't pay that. Means Americans will pay those tariffs. Your lives are going to get hard, y'all. Please check facts. There's ways, there's a Jupiter around that. I appreciate you for bringing that Saturn energy in here. And Jupiter is right over there like, well, let's learn how to move around it. Let's learn how to grow our own food. Let's learn how to barter with our food. Let's learn how to communicate to one another better as a community. And let's learn how to communicate better to this quote unquote Capricorn energy of authority and structure. If they want to be the authority, if they want to be the structure of things, we need to hold them accountable a whole lot more instead of trying to stay away from them and separate ourselves from them. It's easy to love people that look and think and talk like us on the spiritual level. But then when it's time to go out into the world with people that don't move like that, we make it difficult. And those are the people that need this energy. You know, I won't say more than we do. Of course we need it. But they need this energy, you know, whether they're willing to accept it at first or not. You know, my experience with my family is like a big one for me. They weren't accepting of me and the choices that I was making at first. And now I'm the one they call. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. And it's not even like ego-centered with that. It's like, You see the transformations that happen when you stay disciplined and focused on your light, on what you want to do, you know, on what you know you're here to do. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for bringing that Saturn energy in here, and we're going to complement it with that Jupiter. We're going to be expansive. We're going to be abundant. We're going to be generous and optimistic about it. You know, nobody said the transformations of power was going to be easy. Pluto has never been an easy planet sitting over there in Aquarius and Capricorn. The sun is sitting right next to it, giving us the experiences that Pluto is performing right now. But it's necessary, and it's going to give us the strength that we need. Yeah, I said what I said, Nico, but I do appreciate you bringing that in. I appreciate the veterans getting a pay increase too, because my brother is a veteran, and you know, his father is a veteran. I believe they come from a lineage of veterans, and they do a lot, and they endure a lot, and they've sacrificed a lot to do what they do. So they do deserve what is given to them. And we do need to treat our military better. Even in training, we need to have more insight and introspection on how our military is being trained. I know about the Bible. I know about the Quran. I've read the Quran, not cover to cover, but I have read the Quran. The Torah I haven't touched yet. Right now I'm reading Kabbalah because we're making our way to the Zohar. Hello, Dead Moon. Hey, Romeo. Peace to the God. What have you read? I just told you what I read. I read the Quran. I read the Bible. I read the Circle 7. I'm reading Kabbalah right now, and we're about to read the Zohar. I read the Metu Netter books. I read books around the religious books. I read the book of Enoch. Yeah, and we're going to keep reading more books. We're reading a lot of books this year. There's a chapter known as Mary. Okay, what's that chapter about? Honestly, people got to stop looking at the cooperative component of the details and focus on the final manifestation, which was pay increase. Right. Because who said the transformations were easy? That's how things flow and move. It's currency. It's supposed to flow through you. It's a current. It's not supposed to sit and stay in your hands. It's not supposed to sit and stay in anybody's hands. Objects, all this materialism stuff is under water law because it's supposed to create this alchemy mindset. Like, yo, all this stuff is supposed to flow through you. You're a water. You're a current. If you're putting in your current that you're moving against like the wavelengths of things that's trying to flow to you, you're going to push it away. You're not going to have it. So if you keep having on that mindset of lack, poverty, scarcity, lack, poverty, scarcity, they're taking it away from us. They're taking, guess what? That's what your frequency is, pushing things away from you, because that's what you're focused on. Absolutely true. Veterans need to be treated way better. Yeah, they do. They definitely do. Jesus' son on Mary. Right. I know who Mary is. I thought you were going to say, like, you know, something about Mary. Pun not intended. It was just funny how it came out. It's a good movie. What is this live about? I do the daily mathematics every day. I'm about to let you guys go, though. I just wanted to give y'all space to communicate with me in the comments and things like that. I didn't want to come up here and be all talk, and then not hear y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, stop going upstream. Chill and ride this shit out. Right. If your mindset is on things are difficult or things are being taken away from you or things are a struggle, guess what? That's what it's going to be. Hey, God bless. Thank you for liking the screen, beloved. My point is you want to upgrade digital product. Do it before importers place tax on it. Oh, okay. I see. Well, thank you for that tip, Faye. I appreciate that. Reverend Lovejoy. Hey. Happy Sunday. It's a planetary astrology reading. Right. We'll see you later, Turbo. How you doing, Reverend Lovejoy? I'm going to let you guys go on YouTube, though. It's been fun. I'll be back on TikTok if you guys want to check me out over there. We're going to do a stream reading of the Kabbalah shortly. I got some readings that I need to finish brushing up on the outline for, because after I get done reading, I got to do readings. But, you know, if you guys would like a personal reading, please feel free to reach out. I do numerology readings, gematria readings. Right now I have a sale going on. If you would like personal numbers for the month, those readings are $22. A name and birthday reading right now is $22, and it goes up from there. They all come with like tarot spreads. I send it to you in a PowerPoint, a downloadable PowerPoint, so you can read this, listen to this reading whenever you want, how many times you want. It's your world. And all my readings come with clarity therapy minutes. You know, they don't expire. You can chop them up. You can, you know, do whatever you want with them or whatever. They're your minutes. You know, can sit down and get some expansion on the readings that I provide for you guys. You guys can message me on Sunshine Monie L on Instagram or TikTok, or email me at lesnobodies@gmail.com. Thank you, Kayshawn. Donations are welcome for, you know, these collective readings that I do on a daily basis. That is my Cash App down there. It is a business Cash App, so all things legit. I've been doing this for over 10 years now, and I love what I do, and I'm really good at it. And not only do I come from a spiritual, astrological place, but I have a background in psychology and therapy, so I come from that place as well. I'm also an ordained minister, so I come from that place as well. You're going to get some counseling, because the goal is to empower you and heal you, and give you awareness of your energy, so you can have control over your energy exchanges with other people instead of trying to control other people, right? So that's what I got for y'all today. I love y'all so much. Y'all enjoy this day of your Moja. Hey, Myers. Is TikTok going to be banned? I have no idea. But like I said, Pluto is sitting over there in Aquarius. Aquarius rules over electronic communication. And so who knows? I think the power is going back to the people with what platforms that they're going to be on, and less towards the authorities that be listening to their words. And I think TikTok is a part of that movement. And so y'all want to get with these smaller operating platforms that are by the people for the people. That is my best advice for you at this space and time. Spidey, I think you should message me. I would love to do a session with you. You know, message me and we can talk about it. But hey, DeMarcus, hey y'all. Y'all late. Y'all can go back to the beginning of the video. I love y'all. Peace, peace, everybody. Woo.